Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Valiant's 2020 free comic book day release. There are about 4 pages in here of Vin Diesel. What I meant to say is Bloodshot, of course. Anyway, this is the one that was just released. Only about 4 pages. It's fine because it leads right into the idea of like getting us prepped again for issue 10. It's saying in here of Bloodshot. I'm okay with that, because we've been without Valiant comics for a while now because of the pandemic. So just to give you an idea of how long it was, y'all remember how long I've been waiting to see this? It's supposed to be a truly terrifying horror story by Cullen Bunn of Shadow Man. I really like this. Is my favorite character in the Valiant universe. And man, down here it's like May 2020. God damn it. Really? Really? So technically I should have had this 2 months ago? I'm a little bit upset right now. just a wee little bit upset right now. Come on, man. Now, the bulk of this book already says it down here. There's actually an X-O Manowar story. This was a really beautiful story. I don't want to show you the first page because it's going to show you the last page on here. And it looks like it might be a spoiler for something. So instead, I'm just going to show you all this. This is Alric, X-O Manowar, when he was a kid and also as an adult. Something happens in the story where he winds up going back to or seeing or remembering whatever, what happened in the past. And meanwhile, he's still being called from, I don't know, Houston, we have a problem, NASA, Cape Canaveral. They're calling in, hey, there's something, what's going on? Ulrich, are you there? X-O Manowar, are you there? It was a really cool moment. It was not quite, heart-wrenching or tear-inducing. It wasn't quite like that. Could have been. Wasn't. This is just a really good one-shot where it just feels like it is the voice from beyond, but it feels like a different kind of voice from beyond. Love this. Also, this story, this is a one-shot. So Dennis Hopeless Hallam is the current writer for the X-O Manowar series out of Valiant. This one's called Unimaginable, and the writer is Joshua Dysart. The artist is Doug Braithwaite, and the colorist is Diego Rodriguez. The letters are by Dave Sharp. And it also says on the bottom here, for Robert Venditti. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I like when they do stuff like that. I actually have at least one of the issues. I think I have issue 1. I don't know what else I've got of X-O Manowar by Venditti. I don't think he's the original writer of this. I don't know. Maybe I've got something worth $1 billion. I don't know. But I've got Robert Venditti's X-O Manowar issue number 1. I got it from a thrift store, and I forgot to check it. I'm literally just remembering it now. But I like that. I like when, I don't know if it's just, this was originally Venditti's story, and he's coming back. And this is a Jim Shooter character, if I'm remembering correctly. Bob Layton said that the only character that Shooter really got into the creation of, and when he was co-founding Valiant for the first time, was X-O Manowar. So cool. But this story is dedicated to Venditti, I guess part of his story, whatever it is that he was telling. So that's actually really cool. Totally digging on that. I like it when, I know that we live in sue happy world where everybody's, sue this guy, sue that guy, sue these people. Come on, man. Can we just, can we really think about that? Were you actually injured? Because if not, it's work hard. It's better than working hard to steal something from somebody. And in this case, I'm also going to bring up the idea of plagiarism. There's a lot of people who are, this is going to be a little bit preachy for a moment. There are a lot of people who are afraid to tell stories. There are also a lot of people who are afraid to use stories because people are so happy. They're worried about plagiarism, things like that. So I understand that especially large companies have to be worried about that, right? They're the ones who are most likely to sue. You see, a private car hits somebody. It's like, oh, you pay for my medical bills. You get hit by a truck and it says, some famous shipping name on the side. It's like, oh, you're going to pay for my kid's college tuition. You get it? It's like the damage was the same anyway. So I understand the idea of fear of plagiarism, fear of being sued, all that stuff. But I don't think that we should be afraid of just telling the stories that we love. Could you imagine you're sitting down in front of a campfire, your first night of camping, your kids, or just not your kids, just whatever, there's a bunch of kids around, you're doing Boy Scouting, right? And you're about to tell this cool ghost story, you got the flashlight up to your face, but you also got to put out this this form that everybody needs to sign that they're not going to steal your stuff because you haven't actually gotten your copyright yet. Nah, bro. The best thing about stories is that there are just so many of them, and the more you tell, the more you think of them. And that's what I thought of when I saw the end of this, where it's just, here's just a regular old one shot, and it still gives credit to another great writer. So just two writers basically, you know, thumbs upping each other from across the street. I like, you know, we got a social distance. I really liked that. I really liked this. The 4 pages didn't disappoint me of Bloodshot, but the story in here for X-O Manowar was actually really good. Guys, pick up. It's free. For the love of God, your comic book store might have one more. If not, I'm willing to bet Valiant probably put this up for free digitally. It's worth checking out. It genuinely is. Go check out this comic book. Might get you into X-O Manowar. Should. Get excited, because I'm going to be all over that Shadow Man when it comes out. I'll talk to you then. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.